Yo, what's going down, commanders? Hope everyone's doing fine today. Right, I want to go through the engineered tech with you guys, but before that, I want to show you how you won't be able to see this on screen, but you will be able to see the aura. If you attack this base, the holdout one, whatever holdout you're on, just attack it and just dump the, what's it in there? This is the aura where you get all the buffs and benefits off the actual unit itself. What I actually did is I held an A4 piece of paper up to this. You can't see it here. But I folded the A4 piece of paper to the aura and then marked the center where the unit is itself. So that gives you an idea. When you're in your base, you can then determine where your units can be or can't be in and outside of the range, roughly. So it gives you kind of an idea, and I'm going to show you what I mean when you can't see this because obviously the A4 piece of paper ain't on the video, but yeah, hopefully you understand what I'm trying to tell you. And then when you do put it back into your base, I've just moved all my units out because of this. So let me find the unit. There it is. I can put it back into my base. Move the CC because that's where it's going. It's going almost directly under the CC, roughly about there. I'm going to go with it, and then I can hold the A4 piece of paper up against the unit once it stops moving, and I can see how far out my units can go, and it's quite a way. You'll be surprised how big this aura is for him. Now I don't know if this aura is for all the tactics or just certain ones. They say the same range, but the way Kixeye word it is very, very strange. So I'm going to put my CC back now, and then I'm going to discuss the text with you guys and the reason why I'm going to use certain texts, not others. Right, it's up there. So the engineer, I chose not to pick one of these two because this one isn't given a buff to hitting ground units for the drones. If it buffed it, that would probably be the one I got. If it give it like a 15-20% buff damage, I would probably use it. This one, I'm not too worried about high altitude as such, purely for the fact is there's only two real high altitude units usable, and I've got the Sea Wizard and I've also got cadets in my bunkers with high altitude tech on them. So I'm not going to use either of these two. And the ones I've gone for here, you've got Italian Landscrafters, which I picked, which is the engineer gives a range to vehicles by 50. I've took that over this one because the units I'm using in my base right now, the Z77s and the Rajon, they've got 0 splash. So 40% splash to 0 is 0. So to me, it's kind of pointless, futile. So I've gone with the extra range over the splash. And then I moved on to the Silvertech and British Aero Sport vehicles within 600 units. Yeah, I don't know why they called it that. Of the engineer gain a damage bonus of 20%. Or we can go German engineering. Vehicles within 600 units of the engineer gain a damage reduction of 20%. Now, using these Z77s, once I've got the tech upgraded on them, they've got massive damage reduction buffs. So I've gone with the extra damage. Saying that, it's not vehicles we're up against. Is it both vehicles? Yeah, so it's not infantry. So it don't really matter which one you use here. I'm actually going to go with this one. The engineer gain a damage reduction of 20%. I'm going with this one, British Auto Sport. So I'm going to get an increase nearby vehicles damage output. So it's against everything. It's vehicles gain a 20% damage increase to everything. So yeah, that's the one I'm definitely going with over the German engineering. So you want to go British Aerosport, Italian Landscrafters, and I've kept this one empty. Again, guys, this may change over time. There may be a tech that's bugged. There may be a tech that does better than the other. It is 100% me testing at the minute, but I think this is the way I'm going to go. So it's Italian Landscrafters and British Auto Sport. And then keep that one blank for now. But I would advise you to test. I think this is the one you probably want to test. And then there's one last thing that I showed you on the video yesterday. What I found with this unit, when he spawns these drones, they do one or two things. If you've got one defend, they spawn, they sit there and defend, and they won't fire. If you spawn them and leave them on idle, they rush out and they won't fire. They go too far to the point where they won't shoot anymore. What I found the best thing to do is you've got to stay on top of the units when you get the engineer when you're getting attacked, and you've got to tap the S key, D key, and what that does is it tricks the drones. It's a bug on Kixeye's end, this, but you can trick the drones into shooting again. And basically, it's what you got to do continuously: hitting the S key, hit the D key again, hit the S key, hit the D key again, and you'll trick the drones into shooting again. Hopefully, this works in base. I showed it in the holdout base yesterday on video, and it worked for me there. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will work for me in base when I'm actually online defending. Do you know what I'd probably do if I was offline? I'd probably put the unit on fist for offline attacks. Just leave it on fist. At least it's going to do something on fist. You can't, obviously, you can't control it like we do when we're online to offline. But yeah, hopefully I'll give you some good tips there, guys. If you've come up with a different idea than me, please leave it in a comment, and I do read all the comments as I can. Any idea is not a bad idea, in my opinion. If you've got a good idea, put it down and I'll have a little read through. Take care, guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.